toasted diarrhea. So, Megan, anything you want.
Thanks,
Just
Donnie.
don't swear.
I won't.
Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of Friday at 4:20. I'm Mike Neighbors, your host for the next 40 minutes, as we feature some local comedians, our little comedy roundtable here, and we are going to have ourselves some fun with some random topics. But first, we've got to introduce everybody sitting in the room. Our local comedy legend, Patrick Capolino.
Hello.
Oh, you didn't go with Bonjour?
Buongiorno.
Thank you, Bonjour.
That's his trademark now.
Thing, right? We can do that every week. That'll be great. Also in the room, it's Mr. Manolo Santanos.
Ticanis.
Oh, are you going to go with that as well?
That'll be my new thing.
Excellent.
No. Hello, everyone. Tikani means hello in Greek.
And our special guest now, she is quickly trying to think of something unique she can say. It's Megan Pettit. How are you, Megan?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well.
That's great.
That was very unique for you.
Politeness, yes, around here.
That was strange. I'm not used to that. Megan, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a Hamilton gal.
I am born and raised. Actually born in Dunville, but quickly moved to Hamilton. So it's just on my birth certificate. I know.
Like
Yes,
that.
well, apparently.
Mudcats.
Yeah, well.
They got the giant fish there. I don't know if you ever, right? They got the giant mud cat.
Do you think I ever went back there?
You never
No,
went back?
no.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a massive mud cat right in the middle of downtown.
I don't know anything bad
I don't
about
know.
Dunville.
Mudcat. What is a mudcat?
It's kind of a catfish, yeah.
Can you eat it? It's just like
You could
garbage
eat,
fish?
Sure, you could eat it.
Well, it's good. Farm raised. I wouldn't eat it either.
All right.
I've
You're
never
not on
seen
the mic,
that.
Donnie. You're
I've
not
never
on the
seen
mic, Donnie.
Donnie's hanging around since our last show. He'll just chip in from the sidelines.
He's been here for a
We'll
week.
hear him, except us. in the room. Megan, it is great to have you with us. You've been doing comedy for about 5 years now?
Yeah, about that.
It's going well?
You know what? I haven't been doing it as much. I do have a child and my own career, and it's kind of a single young person's game a little bit because it's late
Staying up late in the
nights.
clubs with
Yeah,
the
you have to justify paying for a babysitter, and sometimes
That's
you
why I
know,
always leave.
That's why.
I leave. I don't take care of any of my kids.
Well, that's perfect then.
I might have 10 now, but I'm not sure.
You see? So
Or none.
Or none.
Yeah, you might not be able to. Manolis,
keep working
at
just to
this
make the
age.
payments.
Yeah.
Yes. It is great to have everyone here. Here's how the game works on Friday at 4:20. We've got a wheel that we spin. It's got 12 numbers. I have 12 envelopes with random topics. Once you've spun the wheel, you get your random topic. You can say anything you want about that random topic. Tell a story, say something you dislike or like about it. And then as soon as you start talking, the other comics can steal your thunder if they wish and take the floor. So, shall we get going?
Yeah, sure.
As usual, well, in this case, our very first female comic on the show. Thank you for being a bit of a glass ceiling breaker.
Okay.
That's awesome. Because it's ladies first and guests first. We'll let you spin the wheel first. So
Okay.
you jump up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's a small wheel, so you have to reach across the room and
Move all the
move
energy drinks.
the energy drinks. There's no energy in the room. I'm surprised. Have you drank the drinks? And what number do you have, girl?
8.
Number 8. That seems to be a popular number, man. That number 8 gets used a lot. Here we go. Oh! It's like we knew there was going to be I really was hoping Manolis would get this.
Okay.
But we'll give it to you first.
Sure.
Best skincare tip.
Oh, wow.
Really hoping Manolis would have been all over that one.
Oh, no. Then I can go on for 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Well,
there's a
we've
lot
got
of
40,
skincare
so,
tips.
Yeah. What's the best one?
You know what? My skin looks young and glowing, and it's because I blew up eggs in a microwave when I was 19, and I took off a couple layers. And
wow.
so really, my skin is of a 20-year-old's.
So the skincare tip there is blow up eggs in a microwave. Can we get more into that? Because I really don't care about the skincare part of it now. How did you blow up eggs in a microwave?
Well, it's quite easy, actually.
Okay.
You just put them in a shell, and you had been drinking, and
Right.
it was, it's 2 a.m, so, you don't have a dude. It's called, like, no dude food, and you have food instead of a guy. And all I had was eggs, so I thought I'll pop them in the microwave in some water. I'll just go upstairs. It'll be done. I came downstairs. I don't know how long I set the timer for. Maybe a minute, maybe a lot longer. I don't think a minute would have done it, so it's probably much longer.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, I took them out and they blew up in my face.
Oh,
and
so the eggs.
little bombs just exploded, and so it took off skin. And
Wow.
yeah.
You don't look horribly disfigured, so that's a
Oh,
good
thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
I'll marry you.
Thank you.
What? Did you have to go to the hospital?
Oh yeah. I had a burn specialist. It was probably scarred for about 2 years, so which is nice. That's nice when you're 19, right? That's
But why? Like, there's nothing wrong with you, though.
There's nothing wrong with me now. I know. So it was like a free dermabrasion, right?
Yeah.
Like people pay a lot of
You blow out
money.
the layers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's all it was. So now I have beautiful glowing skin. That's my tip.
People are going to think that this was somehow set up. I literally just wrote that skincare tip 10 minutes ago, put it in the envelope. I thought it would be funny if one of the guys gets this.
I like how you said you boiled the eggs because you didn't bring a dude home from the bar and it still blew up in your face.
Yes.
The irony.
I should have just brought Manolis home. What was I thinking?
Manolis was still back on no dude food. He's blowing his mind right now. Manolis, do you have a skincare tip?
I one time I was being frisky with a lady. I don't know. I'm trying to figure the best.
I don't even want to go. I already know. I know where you're going. I don't want to go down that road.
And I ended up getting yolk all over myself.
Oh.
And I've never felt
Yo.
younger.
And then never felt yes.
Well, that's why you shouldn't have put
I
it in
also-
the microwave.
Yeah, I also had to go to the hospital because I couldn't see for 2 weeks.
Good lack of. Oh,
I
yeah.
had to go see an eye specialist.
Oh, my. Okay. So we'll let the audience sort that one out in their minds. Patrick's like, I don't even want to go. Skincare tip?
I have no idea. I don't know. People guess that I'm always like 15 to 20 years older than I actually am. So
I
don't think I have.
Whatever tip you have.
Whatever I'm doing, don't do it.
That
The
is
opposite.
not a good thing.
My dad actually uses lemon. He cuts lemons in half, and he literally puts the lemon all over his face,
It's right on the skin.
right on it. Like he just
Okay.
like you know how you try to squish a lemon on one of those things
Right.
to get the juice out. He does that to his face, like every day.
And does he look?
Oh,
Yeah,
my
he
dad's
looks-
he looks pretty good. He's 90, and and he also vinegar. So he has those little honey bottles.
Don't do that. Nobody do that. Don't put that on your face.
So
No,
my-
he doesn't put it in his face.
Oh, not well. He does. But, so my dad has
Oh.
this little bottle of vinegar, like in a honey bottle. He just while he showers, he puts vinegar all over his body during the shower. White vinegar. He puts it on his face, his hair, everything, and he cleans his butt with it.
Right?
It's because he thinks it's just like a disinfected. I guess it just keeps it squeaky clean.
Best topic ever, man. I'm so glad I wrote
There's got to
that
be some,
skincare
dude. There's
tip.
got to be something to it. My dad's 90.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that Manolis said the things that juice. What did you say?
The
things that get the juice out. You mean a juicer?
A juicer.
No, but you know that little thing that's got it's like
A juicer.
is that-
A juicer.
Yeah, and you squeeze the thing on it.
Oh, is that a juicer? I thought a
It's a
juicer
juicer.
was like at the machine. I
Well,
thought
it's like a manual juicer.
Oh, then there you go, manual juicer.
Analog juicer.
Analog.
Yes.
Which goes back to Manolis' original skincare tip. He was manually juicing. It's nice that Megan's already caught on that correcting Manolis is half the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I've been around
You've
these
been
two.
around
And
More
the
than
best
once.
part about the vinegar thing, though, the first time I saw his, he had the honey jar in his bathroom, and I'm like, what? Why do you have the honey jar in there? He says vinegar, and I said, for what? He goes, oh, I clean my butt with it. And I was like, why? Why? And he goes, I don't know. My dad does it.
I don't do it. Well, yeah, I don't do it all the time, but once in a blue moon, I'll do it, and then
Special occasions.
because I
Vinegar.
realize because it hurts, man. It's like you ever open your eyes out underwater in a pool, and you're like the chlorine's like it's like that.
But you don't do that then to clean your eyes. So why are you doing that with the vinegar?
Because
his dad
my
does
dad, there's got to be something to it. Because my dad does
Yeah,
it.
his
so I
dad's
think-
in great shape.
That's why Manolis and his dad aren't allowed in any fish and chip shop.
No fish and chip shop for Manolis and his dad.
But-
The canisters go missing.
It stings. I'm telling you.
I'm sure it does.
I
It
bet
does.
All right. Well, what a great start. This is Friday at 4:20. I'm Mike Neighbors. You're listening to Friday 8:20. Patrick Coppolino, Manolo Santonis, and our special guest, Megan Pettit, are in the studio. We had a good go at best skincare tip. I don't know if we can top it. We should maybe just quit now. But we're going to let Manolo spin the wheel.
Okay.
Manola's give it a whirl, my friend.
8.
I always hit it too hard. I forget.
Yes. What number did you
9.
get?
9?
Oh, wow. You guys keep spinning the same numbers every week.
Oh, we already got 9. I'll spin it.
No. So we haven't. Oh, it's like we have a new topic in there.
Oh.
Chewing gum. Chewing gum is your topic. Anything about chewing gum you'd like to say? Do you chew gum?
I do chew
Do you? What
gum.
kind of gum do you chew? You know,
Whatever I can get for free.
Okay, so it's shoplifted gum mostly.
I knew the only thing that pops in my mind is 2 things. Is like I knew a guy that was really cheap, and he like always asked me for gum, but I never had gum, right? And one time he was like, he didn't want to spend money, and the gum machines on the wall, like in bars. Like, we were at Che, and he goes to the strangers at the bar and goes, "Hey guys, does anybody got like a toonie? They got this." They go, "You were there then." He goes, "They got this gum trapped in the machine." Like, like it was a press. The gum was like we had to free the gum with your money.
With your money.
But I always like the idea when you see someone like get rid of. I'm bad like this. I'm one of those guys. I'll put the gum on the table underneath the table.
Aw.
Yeah, I get rid
Did
of
you
it.
learn that from your dad?
Yeah, after the vinegar thing. But he no,
You can't put it under the table. Don't
No.
do that anymore.
But that's what's funny to me why I do it, because I always it looks more like you're planting a bomb than you're thinking your gum, because you're always like you look around, it's clear, you go, you put it, and you go, okay, let's go.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Before someone sees it.
I've planted the plastique. We're
Yeah,
ready
and
to
then
go.
it's like,
We're
yeah,
gonna blow the place
it's up.
Megan, are you a gum chewer?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have braces right now. So
I did notice
yes,
that, Megan.
yes.
So that's not good for the gum.
Good for
No,
other things, neither.
no.
Thanks, Donnie.
I don't know how other things are done to you, but they
Yes.
really don't get in the way.
Oh, no. They're really up high.
Outside of my
Were
teeth.
you a gum chewer before?
Yes. So now I'm a gum sucker. I guess I
Okay.
suck the flavor out,
Yeah.
and I can't really chew it. So that's all. Nothing much.
Donnie's excited over in the corner.
He's-
Donnie Clark's
yeah.
still hanging around from the last show. We're going to have to start punting our guests out.
And it's been a week.
It's been a week. It's been going on for a while. Patrick, you chew gum?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? You got a
On
favorite?
occasion.
Big Red?
I got gum on me right now.
Oh.
Don't tell Manolis. Now he's gonna have
See,
some.
what did I get?
I'm
gonna plant
libertarian.
it.
Excel peppermint.
Excel peppermints. Nice.
Um,
I've got the good stuff here.
yeah, what is that?
This
Oh,
is-
Nicorette.
Nicorette. Yeah. In case you want to juice it up a little, right?
Yeah.
I carry my drugs in gum form.
I did
think
try
that's pretty-
Nicorette once.
You what?
I tried Nicorette once when I
Okay.
tried to quit smoking, and it made me really sick because I don't think I was doing it right. I didn't know there was like a technique to chewing Nicorette.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Are we-
You chew it like really fast.
Yeah,
and
then
then,
spit
and then
it
you
out.
tuck it in your cheek
Oh.
and let the nicotine slowly roll down the back of your
Oh.
throat.
Yeah,
And if
see,
you chew it too fast, all the nicotine gets released at once.
Yeah.
And then you start going into
that's
the
what
coughing
happened,
fit.
and I started feeling sick.
Yes, it will make you
Yeah,
sick.
so I spit
That's
it
a
out
drug.
and started smoking again.
To feel better.
Trust me, most people who chew Nicorette start
Start
smoking.
Fucking dead.
So-
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you smoke and chew the gum.
I do, yes.
Combo.
I am loaded for bear.
You should you put the Nicorette gum into a vinegar bottle, and then you
Yeah,
do that,
Oh, there we go.
and then you really
Put it
get
in
a
your mouth.
jolt.
Right up the, yeah, okay. Patrick Coppolino, please spin the wheel. This is Friday at 4:20. We hope you're enjoying the show. Please make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook and
11.
anywhere else you can.
11.
11, topic number 11. Our random topic wheel has been spun by Patrick Coppolino. And the random topic for you, sir, is Hamilton Mountain.
Hamilton Mountain.
Hamilton Mountain. Yeah, what do you think of the mountain?
I grew up on the mountain.
I think we've actually used
I know.
Hamilton Mountain as a topic
I think
before.
we did because I talked about how I was scared to go downtown.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just take
We
that
all
again.
were.
Spin that wheel again.
I like that it's called the mountain too. Like it's
Oh, I
like
know.
there's not like a mountain peak and the house is just teetering
No.
on top, right? Like
No,
it's
and it throws people off.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
quite often will utter the phrase on this station, broadcasting live from Hamilton Mountain, and yes, we know it's not a mountain.
Oh good, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Well, because people from elsewhere are like, "This is not a mountain."
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, we know it's not a mountain.
They even got rid of the ski hill.
They got rid of the ski hill
They
because people
did.
were throwing people off.
Call it the hill.
Yeah. Actually, I have a story about the ski hill.
Oh, okay, the Chinook ski hill.
Well, the one like on the off the brow or whatever.
Yeah.
So when my dad and my uncle were kids, they lived in that neighborhood, and they used to go in the forest and like just cause trouble, start fires and stuff. And they actually started a fire that turned into an enormous blaze that burnt down half that forest, which is why that became the ski. They ran back. They were just little kids. They ran back to their house, just sat on their porch, and just watched the whole forest go down. And then, like a year later, they turned it into the ski hill
Because it was clear.
because it was gone. Yeah,
Clear.
Good for them.
Oh,
the cops aren't going to call you later.
that's it.
Statute
Yeah.
yes, and the forest fires.
Yeah.
Since the ski hill's already closed down, so it has been a while.
I was gonna say statute of limitations, but then he would ask, "Where can he see it?"
Oh, the statute of limitations.
Where is the statute of limitations?
Ask
Why
Manolis
would-
to spell it.
Why is there limitations on statues?
Yeah, well, because we have too many of them, Manolis.
It makes sense.
Makes perfect
Also,
sense.
Donnie yelling only on murder. Like he's looked into it. He knows. He knows. Just that's the one thing.
Statute of limitations. Oh,
Yeah. That's it.
Attempted murder, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Manolis, did you ever ski on the Chinook ski hill? You ever?
No, I've never skied. That's a hilarious story, though. I love the idea of someone skiing going, oh, it's really open here. I like that.
It's pretty ashy.
I have skied. I was really good at falling down. I was like always that guy. You know all those that people put their skis on the rack at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
I've just went right into that a bunch of times.
You couldn't stop.
Yeah, I was good at moving. I wasn't good at stopping.
And stopping, I think, is the key to skiing.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to stop. Then they didn't teach you that first?
You know how it is, man. People teach you things all the time. You can only hold so much information. It's either I can ski or I can stop. But you want me to do both? Ain't gonna happen, dude.
I'm going to have to decide what piece of information currently in my mind I have to get rid of in order to make room for it.
Exactly.
And that can be tough.
The pizza pie. The pizza pie. That's how you stop, and you didn't just know that, but.
No, see, now I
That's
know
it.
that.
Just the two. You know what? I only know it because I also crashed when I was younger, and what had happened was I crashed into the chalet part of it, just a little bunny hill.
Right.
But then when I opened my eyes, I guess I was crying and then kind of like, my nose was dripping, and I had really cheap blue fake leather gloves that my mom had got me. And I guess because I was rubbing my snot away and my tears, it looked like my face was turning blue. So I had to go on one of those, it was called like a stretcher do that they took me away, and everybody freaked out. And they're like, she's turning blue. And they were trying to like revive me. And I was perfectly fine. I was just like, hey, no, I'm fine.
One time I was tobogganing. Remember the GT snow racers?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know?
This was like 3 days ago.
What was that? 3 days ago.
We were tobogganing.
Yes. I was using, all of my friends had these GT snow racers back in the 80s, but no one would share. Like, can I try? I had that stupid toboggan that had the chains on it. It was like curled in the front.
Right, the traditional toboggan.
Yeah. So that's all I had. And they were going down the side of a hill over a bridge. And I'm like, me and my brother are like, let's just do that. Let's just do what they're doing. And we went down and we went right over the bridge and we did it. Because we didn't have a steering wheel, right? Like the GT snow racers. So we did it a second time. We're like, we're cool like these guys. We're hanging out with them with our crappy toboggan. We start veering to the left, realizing we're not going to make this bridge that went over the creek. And I'm like, I look at my brother. I'm like, what do we do? I looked behind me, and he jumped off. He just jumped off for his life, and I was an idiot. I didn't jump off, and I stayed on and panicked. I went right into the creek, like a 10-foot drop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I blacked out, and I remember coming to, opening my eyes to see 50 kids all around the edges of the creek, just on the ground, and looking down at me he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's not coming.
And my brother was nowhere. It was just me in a toboggan. I had slowly crawled out of the creek.
And so you survived.
I survived.
Well, you're here.
But now I can't taste things anymore.
Explain some things, yes.
It explains a lot, doesn't it?
You might not be able to taste things because of the vinegar up your butt.
Yeah.
That might also be the problem. I'm not sure. I was when people mentioned tobogganing, which wasn't even the topic, but that doesn't matter. I just think of this one time when we were kids. There was a group of us. We all went out to this cemetery road that was this abandoned road where I grew up, and and we were miles away. We walked miles there, and one of the kids we were with had to make poopy. And he didn't know what to do. He did, like, we were 8 years old or whatever, and he wouldn't go in the woods. We kept going, just go in the woods. And so then he wanders off into the woods, and he comes back, and he had crapped in his toque. He held his, and then he went home with the toque full of poo, walked all the way home, and brought it home to his mom. And I thought, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Mom, I don't know what to do with my, well, we got
She
ideas.
went, why does it smell like vinegar?
Yeah, yes.
Why is this
Manolas. Whose turn is it to spin the wheel?
It's mine.
Megan, we're back to you. Megan Pettit, our special guest, the Breaking the Glass Ceiling edition of Friday at 4:20, our first female comic in the room with all of this testosterone.
Did
and
we already?
Johnny.
We've already done 11.
We've done, all right.
Yeah.
We got a lot of repeats on the numbers. What do you got there, girl?
Number
Number
one.
one.
Number one. Topic number one. Weeds.
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 Wow.
That's just got so many avenues. Why I can see Manolis' brain already.
He's
spinning out of
going.
control. That would blow his mind that you have to come up with a story about weeds.
I have a few.
Up to you. Megan, you have something you...
I mean, I'm obsessed with gardening, but it's really quite boring, and we don't need to get into that, I don't think. I don't think I have anything
do you do a lot of gardening?
I do a lot of gardening, yes.
And
yes.
so then weeds would... I mean, ultimately, I understand that it's not the most interesting topic for comedy, but I would also say that weeds are the nemesis of the garden.
They really are, yes.
And they just won't stop. And now what I always wondered was why the weeds, when I have a lawn that's dead because there hasn't been enough rain.
Yes.
But the weeds keep growing.
Oh, yeah. No,
And
the
you
weeds.
sit there and you go like, what is it about, why didn't we determine that the weeds, the stuff that you can't stop growing, why isn't that the good stuff?
I'm kind of there right now, actually. Yeah. I just.
Into the idea that a weed garden would be very nice.
You know what? What's wrong with clover, right? It looks quite nice, right? I just don't think we're supposed to have grass in our area. I really don't.
It is difficult to keep it really nice.
Yeah, there's always one neighbor that has nice grass, and they prove us wrong, and then
They're
everybody
retired.
else. Yes, they are. Yes, and they have shears, probably Manolis' dad, and then
Yeah,
down there
yeah.
cutting them with shears and sweeping the street. Does your dad do that?
Oh yeah, he does all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
I bet.
He takes ultimate care of his property.
Oh, that's all.
Yes, with vinegar.
Yeah, the whole house smells like vinegar now.
This whole show smells like Did you fart?
Oh,
Manolis, you got something to say about weeds?
I used to have a grow up. Can I talk? Am I? Can I?
I knew
Funny
we were gonna get
420.
there, buddy. I knew we were going to.
Am I allowed to talk about that?
Sure, absolutely. Sure, you
Yeah,
can.
you're going to jail. But talk
I'll stop you when you cross the line.
I was it was a house off of Lawrence. I owned it.
oh, we're
Well,
saying
you don't have
addresses
to
now.
specify where it
The
was.
year and
Lawrence
who
is a
bought
long
it.
road, dude.
Not really.
All right, whatever, dude. I don't own it no more. And the deal was
I'm still back on the fact that you owned a house.
Yeah, I thought you owned anything.
In and of itself.
I know times have changed. But it is years ago this happened. But me and this one guy, it's like the thing was, I'm like, I'll take care of the plants, and you just gotta sleep here at night, okay?
Right. To make sure they don't get stolen or whatever.
Or just so the house looks normal. I didn't want to bring.
Oh, okay.
So like, you
So
have
no
to,
one was living there.
He was that
Oh.
night. That was his gig.
Okay.
That was his job. But he didn't want to bring. He had a girlfriend. And he wanted to stay there with his girlfriend because the house reeked of weed.
Sure, do it.
Which obviously, I'm not gonna say how many, but it was a lot.
That's quite the story here.
So then, but he wouldn't stay there, and I couldn't live there because I didn't want. Like at some point, like my Greek parents are like, "Well, where do you live?" It's like I can't go. I live here, but you can't come over, Dad.
Right.
Right. So So at one point I'm like, dude, is this a heat score? It's looking too bad. No one's here at except me during the day for a couple hours, taking care of the chores and leaving, right?
Right.
And he goes, all right, I'll start staying there. So the first night he finally stays there, he sees this guy walking, he sees shadows behind the house, and then he looks at the front house, and he sees this guy writing in a notepad, and then the guy looks at him, and an unmarked cop car backs up on the road, and he just walks into it. And so he tells me this because he's freaked out. He calls me at 4 a.m. what just happened. So I'm like, oh my God, the gig's up. They know, right? The cops know somehow. And so the next day, I go to the house and I get rid of like all of it. Like I put it all in garbage bags and I go up to the hill somewhere, find some farmland, and I just ditch everything into the side of the road, right? And it's over. And then a month goes by, and I'm not sure if I did the right thing or not because I threw away a lot of money. Okay,
right.
And but a month goes by, then he's staying there because it doesn't smell like weed anymore. We're not friends with this. I'm not friends with this guy, by the way, anymore. But so he's staying there, and someone tries to break in the front door while he's home, like with his, like booting it in, and he opens the door and like looks at this guy and is like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. He's like, the guy goes, "I live here." It's like, what are you talking about? It's like the guy goes, "Call the cops." I'm like, "Okay, of course I'll call the cops." So why are you trying to break? So he calls the cops, and 11 cop cars show up in like 1 minute.
Okay, they already knew that.
Because what they do, if you watch the news, cops will get in a house without a warrant by investigating a B&E. So the guy was a fake. He was a fake criminal.
Oh, smart. Okay.
They sent the fake criminal because he was like, who breaks in the house by booting the front door open?
Right.
So he was trying to make a commotion, thinking neighbors would call.
Yeah.
But instead of before the neighbor would call, my buddy opens the door, and the guy was probably like, "What the hell?
Yeah.
You're home?" Because no one was home up
they
to
thought
that
no
point.
one lived there.
So and the one guy went to high school with my friend, saw him, like didn't realize he lived there, and he goes, "What are you doing here?" It's like, "I live here." He goes, "You live here?" So like it was like these. Have you ever heard of like 11 cop cars showing up all in like 2 minutes? So I was like, so I was very lucky that I
had when Tim Hortons had coffee on sale and donuts.
I don't think they can hear you, Donnie. So that's one of my weed stories.
That is a
wow.
That is a fascinating story. You divulged a lot about yourself.
I sold that house after that.
You sold that house. You divorced that friend.
Yeah.
You got rid of everything. All the evidence is gone now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Everything's gone.
Except for the taped radio interview.
Confession.
Did you live with your dad while you had this house?
Yeah, so I lived at my house. I lived with my parents while I owned a house because I'm the only guy who can buy a house and not live in it.
Yeah, yeah. This is what I was picturing
Because
here.
I'm like, you have to understand. It was a big enough operation where you can, like, we had charcoal like filters all over the place. So like, if you like, even though as soon as you walked in, you're like, whoa,
it's over.
Oh yeah, you would smell it.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna. How do you at that point? My dad would have been in his 70s. But what am I supposed to say? You can't explain that to an old man.
No, it's difficult to explain. Now, what most of us do is don't get involved in something like that, so we don't have to explain it. But the dilemma you were up against. Patrick Capolino, you have, I don't know what you're going to do after that story.
Well, actually, years ago, a friend of mine had a grill operation. And
got a theme going.
my job was to sleep there at night. I don't talk to this guy anymore. I wanted to bring my girlfriend there, but it smelled like weed, so I didn't.
All of a sudden, this guy kicks my door in.
I got arrested.
That is crazy.
The sandwiches were great.
See how this goes around?
Around, eh?
No, I have no stories of weeds.
You know what? It's interesting because when you were talking about that, we had bought a house on the West Mountain, my wife and I, and there was no fence along the backyard. A nice big backyard, but no fence. And so the people who were living behind us, I called him Shirtless Bert because he was an old dude who just walked around shirtless all the time. So Shirtless Bert and his wife moved away, and somebody new moved in, which is cool, whatever. And I came to work one morning, and I was doing the morning show. So I came in at 5 a.m. I go back home at 10 a.m., and there's a fence. I mean, like, nobody talked to us about a fence. Nobody asked us to go halves on a fence. There was just a fence built already.
All right.
And I was like, that is weird, right? Well, as it turned out, it eventually came to know the police actually came to our house and asked to watch the house from our back deck.
Oh.
So they would sit on our back deck and watch this house because it was a weed operation. And that's why they wanted the fence, right? And so they just brought some people in and built the fence in the morning, and then they grew weed in the house. I didn't know you lived next door to me. So
small world.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe this. Like when I found out what happened, like that they were like onto us. I just remember feeling so sick that night. Like I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like and I woke up finally I woke up the next morning.
Well, because you see yourself going. I mean,
I'm gonna lose my house.
Right,
and
this is
I'm
gonna lose
jail.
everything.
Yeah. I don't even know what happened if you got charged with that. And I'm guessing they would even take your house away.
You should look into that, maybe.
Oh,
Before
definitely.
You had a
Next time.
huge grow up.
Yeah,
I think
know.
they
Your
call that,
property under
yeah.
your name.
Your house would have been proceeds of crime, I think, my
Yes.
friend.
Yeah, so I figured
Yes.
something like that. I figured I was going to be allowed to keep my house.
No.
So
No.
I figured I gotta get rid of this stuff.
You're listening to Friday at 420. I'm Mike Neighbors. We are here with Patrick Coppolino, Manolo Santonos, and our special guest, Megan Pettit, is in the house as well. And this house is not a weed farm. This is a radio station. So whose turn is it to spin the wheel?
Manolis.
I think
it
we got
mine?
time to squeeze one more topic out of
Was
this
it mine?
round.
Oh. I thought it was your turn, man. I'm losing it. Oh, did we do number 5?
No, I spun it and then we didn't do it.
We did number
We started
5.
talking
Here we
about
go.
skiing.
Number 5. Favorite month. What's your
month?
favorite month? You're a winter guy, summer guy,
I'm a summer
spring,
guy.
fall.
I'm always been a fan of July because July 21st is my birthday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mine's July 28th.
Really?
We're having a moment.
So that means I'm the last day of Cancer.
I'm a
you're
Leo. Yeah.
So I'm partly Leo because I'm at the end of Cancer.
Yeah, but you're not enough Leo, my friend. So July's your hot month?
Yeah, and I love July. I love the summer. I love I was
It's easy to spell.
Yeah, J.
424
I
left.
based, and you know what's funny?
Can you spell it?
Juyl.
No.
Whoa.
That's Jewel.
July.
There you
you
go.
go.
Yeah.
It's funny though because I base everything off July because I know because it's my birthday. I know July's 07. Okay,
That's right.
So when I have to.
So you have to figure out September.
If I have to figure out September, I go back to July and count
Right.
forward or backwards from. Cause
Sure.
Just from July. Do you know what number 1 is? Or do you have to start from July to figure out when January
I know
is?
December is 12. January is 1.
I'm so hoping you said 13. But yes, it's 1.
It is number 1.
It's army time month.
I could only count to 13 as a kid because I thought numbers because I had an old TV. My TV went to 0. I thought it was 0
To 13?
No, it went
13
0,
channels,
It
baby.
went 0 to 13, and then U.V. I think.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
That's what you thought the next number was?
Yeah. I thought
13,
numbers.
U.V, 15.
I thought there was no 1 and no 0, and no, I thought there was no 1 because I knew there was 0. I'm like, okay, it was 0, 2, and I thought numbers stopped at 13.
Did you have cable or did you have the antenna?
I had cable, so
Yeah?
I only had 13 channels though.
Because I remember having the antenna, and sometimes City TV would play those Baby Blue movies.
Oh,
Do you remember
yes,
that?
absolutely.
And sometimes you would tune in.
Yes.
Friday night, baby boo.
Yeah. That's what. We just woke Donnie Coy up in the corner. Somebody mentioned the Baby
Back from
Blues.
the dead.
What's it smell like vinegar?
What? Yeah.
No.
Why did what? Now, did you watch the Baby Blue movies?
Sure.
Yeah? That was
you
pretty
could learn
hot
some
stuff.
things.
What was Baby Blue? I'm sorry.
So it is an
Soft-
adult movie.
softcore.
Soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was all
Like
about
Latin
big
lovers?
hoots, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like Latin lovers?
Is that a specific one?
Why
Yeah.
did you smile? Why did you smile when you said it?
I don't know.
Did you
Like-
see that?
Patrick's
Like-
revealing his.
Why are your
Yeah.
pants coming
Latin.
off?
Yeah. What's my Rotten
That
Tomatoes
was my
review on that?
generation's Baby Blue, I guess.
Oh, okay. Latin
Latin
lovers.
maybe. Like I think Shannon Tweed. Like that was during her heyday.
That's right.
Yeah, she was in a
Yes.
lot of them.
She was a playmate.
And I just remember having friends over, and inevitably you'd be curious to see what you could see, and somebody would be
But would
moving the
it be
antenna
clear?
around. Well, sometimes you could get it right,
Uh-huh.
and then
Mostly you saw boobs was
Oh, yeah,
just
that's-
about all you would see. Maybe a bare rear end or something.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
that was pretty hot for the time.
that was
My-
spicy. Sure.
That was crazy,
My
right?
intro to porn actually was
Oh,
the
no.
20-minute workout.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
another great show.
Those three girls doing that
Oh.
20-minute workout.
It's a
Oh,
lot of,
just
like
dancing?
air pumping. It's a lot of
Yeah.
pumping
Yeah.
going on. Yeah.
That was the best
Oh,
20 minutes on TV. It was only
I
20
used to
minutes long.
watch it, I
Oh.
used to watch it every day. And just you know why. But after I was done, I just started doing the workouts. I was like the best shape of my life one summer. I was doing it. I did more like the 19-minute workout, 1 minute on my own, and then I did the rest with the girls.
Did you wear the leg warmers?
Only
Yeah.
the leg warmers, especially
That was
on
the
my
only-
legs.
We know you're doing that 1 minute, Manolis. Yes, it wasn't working out.
Oh my goodness. What was our topic?
Oh
Favorite month.
Favorite month.
Yes, Megan. What's your? Oh, we got the baby blue movies from favorite month. What was your favorite month?
I don't have one.
You
I
don't
don't know.
have-
That sounds like
It's
something.
got to be a birthday month.
No, I don't. I don't
What's your
care
birthday
about-
month?
It's November.
Oh, no wonder it's not your favorite.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's a
nothing.
terrible month, eh?
It's just,
mean,
yeah.
it really
it's
is
not,
just-
and
it's
it's November
just-
25th, so every once in a while you'd get the combined gift, you know?
Oh,
And it's
sure, yeah.
Close to Christmas, but not close enough, right? Like you could have got me another gift within that month, right? Like that's
Yeah,
not
that's
close
not
enough.
fair.
It would,
that's
yeah,
far
it would
enough
happen.
away.
Would they hold the gift till Christmas, or would they give you everything on November 25th and then you got nothing at Christmas?
I think it was, yeah. Sometimes if I got like a bigger gift on the birthday, they're like, "Don't expect
Don't
too
exp-
much
oh, the
on
old
the
don't
Christmas,
expect, yeah.
right?"
Does he
Like,
say that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
oh,
would.
yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
daughter who was born
sure.
November 20th.
Okay,
We would do
yes.
the same, right? If there was something big, she wanted a laptop. Then we go, okay, well, you're getting a laptop, but don't expect anything for Christmas, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like the meanest thing you
My
could
daughter's
do.
birthday's December 28th.
Oh yeah, yes.
Like right after Christmas.
That is.
Yeah,
so
so she doesn't
all
have
the gifts
birthdays.
are combined.
But I mean, she would have got that computer if her birthday was your birthday. She would have got that computer, and then she would have got
Would
other
have gotten
gifts.
a proper
yeah,
Christmas.
Yeah,
When you
it's
have a
just
birthday in
unfair.
July, it's perfect, right? Half the year you get a birthday gift, and then
Yeah.
half a year later you get the Christmas. I mean, it's really well spaced out.
Well, I blew it. You know what it is? It's because so many people. It's Valentine's Day. There's so many November babies because Valentine's Day,
I
right?
need November
Oh,
too.
you're a genius.
That's well.
What is the most popular birth date in the world?
What is it?
October 5th.
What?
October 5th, New
Is
Year's
that your
Eve.
birthday?
New Year's Eve babies,
New
man.
Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
conceived on New Year's Eve, born October 5th is the most popular birthday in the world.
No New Year's Eve in October.
That's funny. I was thinking that.
He's like, what?
October, how's
13th?
October on New Year's?
If you didn't pick Donnie up there, Donnie just said Manolis looked stunned because he didn't know New Year's was in October. So that is what we're laughing at now, making fun of Manolis. What a great way to close a show. First, quickly, Patrick, favorite month?
I don't know. My birthday's in November too, but
Oh, jeez.
I like September.
September.
Weather-wise.
Back to
'Cause
school?
It's not. Well, I don't know.
What-
July's
was it
too
like, 'cause I
hot.
think September got that bad, right? I mean, nobody liked September because it was back to school.
I don't like the winter, but I don't like really hot either.
Oh, so fall, you love
I
the
don't like
fall.
anything.
I like fall or spring. I don't like when it's
Too hot
too
or too
mild
cold.
either.
Okay, Goldilocks.
didn't-
Thanks.
I don't like.
That's fantastic. Is the
Yeah.
bed too hard or too soft, Patrick? I don't know.
I know, hey, princess.
Being alive is hard.
Some days.
There's 4 days that are okay.
Yeah. There's 3 days in June that I really like. The rest, I don't care about.
Patrick, buongiorno. That wraps up another edition of Friday at 420. It just flew by. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to our little show, Friday at 420. Tell your family, tell your friends. You can have some fun with some local, great Hamilton comics who come in and visit us every Friday. Manola Zentanos, Patrick Capolino, you guys are always here. I can't get you out of the studio. You won't leave.
Well,
Manolis, I think, has a couch down at the corner now.
Donnie's not leaving either.
That's it. Donnie Coy is now a permanent member of our guest audience.
Where's the kitchen?
Yeah, well, here's the kitchen. Where are the black?
Where's the bar?
Where are the black Russians? That's all. Donnie cares about. And Megan Pettit, thank you so much for dropping in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You did a
It was fun.
fabulous job. We'd love to have you back.
Fantastic.
Would you do it?
I
Would
sure
you come
will.
back?
Yeah, I'll come
you,
back.
okay.
You're
Why
on
not?
Twitter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it the same name on Twitter?
It's Megan Pettit. So MEGANSHPETTIT. That's
Okay, well,
all.
I'm just gonna
No
let
one's
that
gonna
one-
write that down. It's fine.
Megan Pettit. You know what? We'll share it with the @2820 Twitter. So then people will be able to follow you, Megan.
Sure.
Okay, and Manolis, you're not allowed to follow her.
I didn't
home.
ask for
Fun
this.
fact,
Any of
weren't
this.
you were listed as like one of the top 10 funniest tweeters at one point, weren't you?
Yes,
according
something like
to,
that,
like,
like
BuzzFeed or
female
something?
tweeters. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
something
did
like
you?
that.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
a few years ago. I don't know if they still do it.
few
yeah,
years
yeah. This
ago.
is some time
That was
ago.
pre-stand-up,
Mhm.
wasn't it, for you?
Yes, yes.
Well, good for you. What's your baby's name?
Owen.
Owen? How old's Owen?
He's 8.
8.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Yes.
So does he know his mommy's funny?
Yes. Sometimes he'll be like, "That's funny," and I'm like, "Yeah, thank you."
I'm
Thank you.
still
Don't be
cool
so
with it.
surprised.
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll put food on the table one day, Owen. Yeah. Thank you so much, Megan. It's been great having you guys along. Enjoy your weekends, and we hope to see you next Friday at 4:20 right here on Funny 820.